It was a sleepy Sunday morning on May 18th, 1980, much like any other in the Cascades. People began their day like any other, some going to church, others walking their dogs, or simply going about other business. There had been warnings of an impending eruption from Mount St. Helens, and some had moved away from the mountain, but everyone assumed that today would be just like the day before. Little did they know that disaster was only moments from striking. Shortly after 8:30 a.m., a huge shockwave devastated anything within a 30-kilometer radius, and a black plume of ash could be seen over Mount St. Helens. The largest avalanche in recorded history poured down the mountain and annihilated anything in its path. Within a few hours, the bright day had been turned into a gloomy night by clouds of thick, choking ash. Geologists had been measuring the data from the volcano for months. Beginning in March, there had been an increase in the amount of small earthquakes around the mountain. Soon, a large explosion had been seen at the summit, and the mountain had started producing a small ash cloud that continued until mid-April. Then the small eruption had stopped. Earthquakes still continued in the area, and eventually a huge bulge started to form on the north face. The rapidly increasing amount of magma in the chamber below the volcano was the canary in the coal mine for the impending eruption. By mid-May, some parts of the rock had risen 450 feet higher than normal, and the heat began to melt the ice off the mountains. The groundwater in the area had even begun to boil from the heat in some places. At this point, an eruption was imminent. It was believed that the eruption would not be so bad. It may destroy a few miles around the mountain, but surely it could never cause any real damage. This is one of the reasons that the area wasn't completely evacuated. If the eruption hadn't happened on a Sunday, hundreds of loggers would have been killed while working. The eruption that occurred on Mount St. Helens was of historic proportions. Not only was it the largest natural disaster in the US in modern history, but it also taught geologists just how dangerous volcanoes can be.